Now, I want to talk about the downfall of Section Boys. Not Smoke Boys. I'm going to talk about the downfall of Section Boys. Now, firstly, I know you guys are like, Bounce, you're uploading so much content. Please narrow it down to 10 to 15 minutes. So, no problem. This is what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to narrow it down to like 10 to 15 minute powerful clips. Now, anyone that obviously likes longer content, 30, 40 deep dives, because I'm going to do a deep dive into the Section Boys because there's so much things to cover, but I'm going to cover I'm just going to, just give you your overall opinion on this. But I am launching my Patreon. So you can watch me on Patreon. You can join my Discord. You can, questions. There's a lot happening with Patreon in the next coming, let's say on the 1st of September, I'm launching my Patreon. So in description, if you listen to me every single day, just put your email. All I need is your email. Put your email and join the waiting list, and we'll send you some newsletters, some updates of when we're going live. Now, guys, Section Boys. Let me break this down. Now, DP is little bro. That was man's bro. Before I got sentenced to a big sentence, I was a DP every single day. You get me? And seeing what he was doing when I was obviously inside was amazing. You get me? Section Boys. Originally, there was called Squeeze for Peas. There wasn't even called Squeeze for Peas, but it started off being Squeeze for Peas. And the head of Squeeze for Peas was a brother called Ghost Snakes. You get me? Now, Snakes is Swift uncle. Let me tell you about the brother Snakes. His name lives. His name is Snakes, so he could speak for itself. Now, this was a brother who I used to look up to, and I'll tell you a story about this brother. You get me? He went jail. I think he went jail for licking it or a firearm quickly, and came out. I remember man being young. You get me? This is man's older brothers. You get me? And you see Muslim, when you're Muslim, you get me? It's unity. But I started realizing the older brothers, like there was a lot of older brothers that used to just take advantage of the younger brothers. And that era, being Muslim was a trend. You get me? People would turn Muslim because out of fear. Anyway, I remember flipping, the brother coming home, didn't have no money. Me being young, I remember I lent him £2,000. I remember I went to the bank, lent him £2,000. He paid me £200 of that £2,000 back, and he just tried to finesse me with something else. Then, man being on the roads quickly, obviously the certain things that we used to do, and I spoke on my last video that I just posted an hour ago that, listen, you see when you do sneaky stuff, bad karma comes on you. Anyway, boom. Man must have done something, and I ended up disarming a Mac 10 toy gun, yeah? Toy gun. We end up disarming a Mac 10 toy gun from close associates, brothers, boom. Anyway, I remember this like yesterday. I remember I was at Horse's baby mum's house. I was with Horse. And I remember all the brothers came outside, you get me? About 8 brothers came outside, and you get me? You had the household names there. I'm not going to mention the household names, but Snakes was there. And obviously there was on me to run back the Mac, you get me? The toy gun. That was on me to run it back. And I'm saying, raw, boom, man didn't take it. Like, man's just being it. Man didn't take it. Man didn't take it. So one of the main brothers, this is man's big brother now. Obviously, he's like, raw, like, man will do you over, bro. Like, you dumb. Like, boom, boom, boom. Anyway, he ran for something. He ran for something to do man over. Bro, my man, Snakes, this is meant to be man's big bro, gave him the phone. Someone give me your phone. Let me ring for this thing to get my man. My man gave man the phone. So I was like, hold on. Like, I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. Your man's big bro, but when shit hit the fan, you should have mediated it as a big bro and been like, bro, no, man, no one can't touch Bounce. Let me sort this out. But what you did is you gave man the phone. So now, obviously, you got Section Boys. You get me? You've seen this. This is Snakes here. You get me? This is the brother Snakes. Him. Yeah? And by the way, this was an SMS brother. You get me? SMS brother, boom, well respected. You get me? Boom. Man respected him. But anyway, I've just in and out of jail, gone jail, boom, boom, boom. At that time, you got Section Boys. You get me? Obviously, Squeeze for Peas was the thing. Everyone was rapping. There was some arguments with the bros. Them, my man was. He had something going. You can see Shower Matic, Ghost, Johnny Guns, Young Reeks. You can see. Obviously, they had a movement going. Now, Section and Swift and all of that formed their own thing. They're called Section Boys. You get me? Obviously, they done their own thing. They got other management. Now, Snakes is meant to be that guy thinking, yo, boom, I'm meant to be managing you. I'm meant to be part of this. What's going on here? What happened on the back of that now is obviously they started releasing music. Obviously, they released their anthem, Delete My Number. If you don't know this one, just get into this.
I value it. All my old friends can delete my number.
So you know that one. So that one really popped off. You had even Reeks is in there. They fell out with Reeks. I don't know the ins and outs, but they fell out. Boom. Now that tune really made a lot of noise in the music industry, bro. Like these lot started paving ways. They started dropping more and more songs. And then obviously it led to them winning a Mobiles. Now, them winning a Mobiles, just flip the screen. This was the Mobiles.
The award for Best Hip Hop Act 2016 is...
Who's going to say it? Am I going to say it or are you going to say it?
Do you want to go first? Should we wrap it?
Shall I say one word, you say the other?
Okay.
The winner is Section!
Bro, understand that. This is years ago.
Have been the ones to watch. Drake himself made a surprise appearance during their tour, and recent exploits include being featured on Chris Brown's latest mixtape. They've certainly got our endorsement too.
Now you gotta understand, yeah, these lot were one of the biggest to come out our scene. Like one of the biggest. So when you think, well, why has Section Boys, like what happened to the downfall of Section Boys? What happened? Like when they started dropping again, what actually happened? I'll break that down to you. As soon as you heard the winning of the Mobiles, what did Ghost do, Snakes do? He trademarked the name, bro. He trademarked Section Boys. So he owns the trademark, and then there was loads of legal stuff now where these lot can't drop no music, they can't do no shows, they can't do nothing under the name Section Boys. So imagine getting booked everywhere, jumping on tapes and whatnot, you get me? Getting a mad co-sign by who? Getting co-signed by Drake. And let's play this one, just so you can kind of see. I'm going to give you like, there's a lot to talk about here. Skepta and Drake, you know.
You know what? Hey, can I just do something real quick? Hey, man, to enter this real quick. I can do something.
Imagine that crazy cosign that them bros are doing a show and they brought out Drake and Skepta in their show. So understand the power of what's happened. They've won the Mobiles. This has happened. Obviously now they've dropped their most famous song. What is it? Lock Off.
When we do road act, man, everything lock off. Everything lock off.
R.I.P. by the way. Understand that. So on the back of that now, they're making mad moves. Now, in 2016, this is when the legal stuff started happening, guys. And when I say the legal stuff, it hindered everything they was doing. They used to live in a mansion together. They was doing a lot of shows. There was up and down. And what happened, bro? They couldn't drop any music under the name Section Boys. They were going through court, back and forth through the court. Imagine a man's uncle, you know. You can't even go to a household. You can't sit down with man and be like, bro, what you're doing here, I need to be involved, or this, that, or you started something with Squeeze Section, but obviously you didn't manage these lot, bro. But somehow you feel like these lot owe you something cool. So this is what needs to be addressed now, and this is where we need to blur the lines. What is it that Snakes done? He started Squeeze Section, and I think these lot left and made Section Boys. that was mad. You get me? Because they just made their own thing. And if you can see it, there's some people that was in screen sections that used to rap, but most of them didn't. So they made their own thing. But what my man done, and this is why I always say, trademark your name. This is why when everyone was getting on to me, oh, you trademark Little Man's name. Well, this is what managers do. Managers trademark names, bro, to keep man safe. Managers buy domains. You get me? So no one else don't buy your domain. This is what we do. You get me? If no one don't understand business, bro, don't talk on it, bro, because this is what managers do. Now, I had to even write down a list of like the accolades, what they've actually done. And why it's crazy, bro, because it's like they're going to wireless bringing out, let's go down. I want to even write the accolades, what they've actually done, because they've done some mad stuff. Bro, they was on Beyonce's tour, bro. They was on Beyonce's tour, like bam. They done a song with Chris Brown. Like imagine on the back of doing a song with one of the biggest artists in the world, they done a song with Chris Brown. You see when you know it's low-ski SLs and that. Let me say something to you. You see Swift, the way how he raps, the way how he does music. Swift is their mastermind in that sound. So when you hear a low-ski, when you hear a dig that, when you hear all of that, it come from Swift. Go look back. Go listen to how Swift actually raps and how he makes music, and then you can go see how these lot take bits from that. It's Swift. Swift is the original trendsetter when it comes to that. Now, even going down, you get me? And obviously, they've been selling out headline shows in Coco, Wireless, mixtape with Chris Brown, you get me? Bro, Quavo, bro, they've been doing Mobos, Fecky. They performed at the Mobos with Fecky. There was in British Vogue featuring loads of art. There was in Drake More Life project waiting to be released. You get me? Like I said, they brought out Low Ski and SL and at Wireless. Bro, 100K subscribers from early. You get me? Bro, like the list goes on. If I even show you, but what I'm going to do a deep dive. This is like an hour, but I just wanted to kind of highlight this and be like, look, this is what happened to the downfall of Section Boys. And then they start falling out. Swift fell out with the team, hopefully. Not Sleeks fell out with the team. Hopefully they can get back and reunite. I actually think they can make a comeback. And I will actually help them if they all sat down like grown men and be like, well, we can do this again, because they're missing. And it's crazy when we see, look, sometimes we say to people, oh yeah, this person fell off. But when we're young and we're from the hood, we don't know the business side of nothing, bro. Trademark your name. Any business, if you ain't trademarked your name in a certain sector, then buy your domain. Don't give your password to your domain. When your web developer builds your website, change your password. Fundamentals. Make sure you have a 2-factor code to that. Make sure it's linked to the number that you're not gonna keep on changing. Make sure it's linked to your email, so it's linked to you, so no one can take your domain. You get me? Go to 123reg or go to GoDaddy or buy your domain. Look into these things. Go on YouTube and watch these things. But this is just kind of like a highlight of what I'm gonna do, my Patreon, and do deep dives into actually what happened to the rise and fall of Section Boys. But imagine an uncle, bro, being bitter for money, an uncle feeling like he's been done by, and like saying, yo, I'm gonna crash the whole ship of these young talent, these young black boys. I'm gonna make them die. And that's what happened. He made them die. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And for me, I know a lot of history about these things because I was from it. I was there. I might have been in jail, but I was there from before, so I know how people think. So when you're hearing the boy snake, bro, I remember one thing, I'm gonna finish it off. I remember taking a picture. I was on home leave. I remember going to Wireless, taking a picture of Section Boys, and I remember Ghost Snakes messaging me like, why are you taking a picture with the pagans? Bro, I ain't got no pagans, bro. You get me? From that day, he didn't speak to me ever again. He didn't speak to me ever again, and made me realize. But then I didn't forget never again what sort of funny stuff he done to man. Because he actually gave a phone to one of the older bros though to get man potentially pitched. Because this is real street stuff. There was no stuff on the internet, guys. This was street stuff, direct street stuff. But alhamdulillah, we're here now to live and tell the story. So I kind of know the characteristics of my man, and it's sad to see what happened to Section Boyz. But like I said, follow the description below. Just add your email. Everyone that listens to man on a daily, and yeah, sign up to the mail list. On the 1st of September, we'll be doing these Patreons, and yeah, we're gonna be keeping them coming to these deep dives. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Peace.